This looks like the place. The thing hovering before you is hideous. Its broad chest is jacketed in scale-like patches of burning coal, and its many set of antlers shimmer with heat. It smells like a bonfire, wood smoke, burning fur, and blackening bodies. At the sight of it, Marta falls to her knees. Tears stream down her cheeks, and she stares up at the spirit in whimpering supplication. Marta, we welcome you back to our domain, child. It speaks in a chorus of clear, lilting voices. You don't hear them so much as feel them. The sensation is strange, like hundreds of butterflies fluttering in your chest. You will remain silent until you are dressed. Do you understand? She nods mutely and clasps her hands to her chest. Ragged breasts heave out of her. She looks like a woman possessed. Good. The fluttering feeling swells, and you feel your knees go weak. Marta sobs with joy. Glory, welcome, child. What a pleasure it is to see you again. Oh, Glory is not happy. Glory steps forward, trepidation on her face, standing before the towering form of the spirit. She looks frail and small. She takes a deep breath, steels herself, and speaks. I know what you were, spirit, before the adversary twisted you, before Harold bound you into this rock. Alright, so this is not the adversary. This is the spirit that adversary has bound. She drops a hand to the satchel at her side. I can help you to be that again. All that you need to do is let me. The spirit chuckles, a strange warbling sound that sends a shiver down your spine. We are not in need of help. We are our great master's servant, just as Harold is, just as you are, despite your misguided attempt to cut away his love from your heart. We are our great master's servant, just as Harold is. So Harold has become the adversary's servant, or at least he thinks so. The voices in your head soften, become sad, but the fluttering in your chest turns ugly, like the buzzing wings of a swarm of blowflies. You have mangled yourself beyond repair, and you did it to spite him, he who was your greatest benefactor. You betrayed him, child. But he loves you all the same. This adversary sounds like a pretty reasonable guy. Cut the shit, spirit. We all know what your master's love does to people. Don't listen to this thing, Glory. Alright, cut the shit, spirit. We all know what your master's love does to people. Slowly, terribly, the spirit begins to turn. You can hear the crack and pop of splintering vertebrae as its enormous head shifts on its shoulders. It fixes its cavernous gaze on you. Your friend, this outsider, slanders our great master, but we take no offense. His words are like the babble of a newborn babe. He is ignorant of the truth. The spirit inclines its head towards you. If the noise continues, we will teach him, and the babble will cease. Glory shoots you a sidelong glance. She mouths out a word. Don't. Okay. I have a message for you from our great master. He has a gift for you, a peace offering, one that he offers freely. A sign of his continued affection for you. He knows that you desire his servant's destruction. As a symbol of his love, he will grant you the power to bring an end to Harold. He knows that you wish to free the children of Feuerstelle. As a sign of his compassion, he will help you set them free. You can have everything that you want, child, all of this and more. Really? And why does he offer this? Isn't he happy with what Harold's doing here? Remain silent. That's a nice pitch, spirit, but you neglected to mention the price. The spirit leans towards her, clasping its hands. This will cost you nothing. A simple gesture, a trifle, a show of good faith. If you demonstrate your love for him, he will reward you beyond your wildest dreams. Remove the protective ward from your neck, and his gift is yours for the taking, yours forevermore. With the protective ward. I don't think so, Spirit. We came here to rescue the children of Feuerstelle, and that's what we're gonna do. To help with redeeming this thing, the world would be a better place without it. How do we know that you'll keep your word? I don't think Glory is gonna believe him, but you know what, let me trust Glory right now. Glory cranes her neck to look up at the reeking, cadaverous thing that looms over her. I had my own limbs hacked off to get away from the adversary. I paid somebody to do it. That's how badly I wanted to be free of your great master. Your offer is as pathetic as it was predictable. To be frank, I'm disappointed in you. The bonfire stench of the spirit thickens, and its antlers glow white. The heat radiating from the thing is like an oven, a kiln, a blast furnace. If you rebuke our great master a second time, I will chew what's left of you into mulch. The marrow from your bones will nourish the garden. I promise you this, child. I promise it. I have a better idea. She dips a hand into her statue and produces a ceremonial dagger. The blade shimmers eerily in the light. We're going to purify you, Spirit, and after we finish, you'll help us rescue those kids. The spirit cackles. Very well, child. If pain is what you seek, we will bring it to you. Beneath its leathery skin, the thing's bones begin to shift, straining against the ligaments and tendons that bind them. A hideous cracking sound fill the air as its skeleton splinters and pops. I don't know if we could have talked our way through this. I don't think so. I don't know. As you watch, the spirit's body begins to rupture. Great lesions open up in the skin in the creature's chest and back, and its ribcage cracks from some horrible internal pressure. The spirit's chest heaves, and a foul liquid pours from the ribs in its flesh. A flash of light stabs your eyes, and when your vision clears, you find three identical spirits floating before you. Death comes in many forms, child. The fluttering sensation in your chest grows into a rasping pain that steals the breath from your lungs. It feels like you're being eaten alive. Yours will be swift and brutal. Oh, there's three of them. 1, 2, 3. Could we have talked our way through this? Why talk if there was no way to get through this without fighting? This is, man, this mission. Maybe it's not that well written if it makes me want to do this. Maybe the dialogue could have been a little bit more obvious. Oh, do I have to fight through this again? No. Alright, so I let Glory do her thing, and we ended up having to fight him. This adversary sounds like a pretty reasonable guy. This outsider jokes at our great master's expense, and she tells me to don't do anything. What's the catch? Shows good faith. Remove the protective ward. How do we... I don't think so, Spirit. We came here to rescue the children of Feuerstelle, and that's what we're gonna do. That's right. And after we purified you, you're gonna help us do it. Alright, so we fight him there. Alright. So the dialogue doesn't change anything? The dialogue doesn't change anything? I mean, why does it give you dialogue options if it doesn't change anything? I don't know. Maybe this isn't... Like, in terms of game design, maybe this is not quite the best thing to do. Don't listen to this thing, Glory. Speaks out of turn, but we take no offense. Alright, so that part is exactly the same, no matter what we say. That sounds like a fair deal to me. How do we know that you keep your word? It won't, it's a trick. Whatever you do, don't take off the necklace. The outsider may do whatever he wishes. We will not interfere with him unless he provokes us. Our great master's offer was to you, child. Accept, and everything that you desire will be yours. I'm not sure how it works here in Adversary Land, but where I'm from, that would be considered a hard sell. Okay, so it makes no difference. No matter what you say or do, you still have to fight him. Okay. I mean, okay. 93. Oh, really? Oh, that's the fake one. And then there's 2 left. That's completely whiffed. Can I cut him? Do I want to cut him? Let's cut him. That's the real one. Alrighty then. 47, 52, 57, 57. Oh, that's a whiff. So a figure materializes out of the shadow. The form is wispy and insubstantial, a projection of a man. Distorted by distance, his silhouette ripples like a flag in the wind. Through the haze you can see his face. He is more beautiful than handsome. With sculpted features and an unnaturally youthful complexion, his expression is sad. Harrow. Glory. The voice is deep but faint, and marred by echoes. It sounds as if he's shouting from the far end of a long tunnel. You shouldn't have come here. I was content to let you live out your life in peace. I've come to put an end to this place. Harrow, this place and your pathetic, sickening cult. And you, martyr? He turns his head to stare at her, a sad smile on his face. I've given you everything. Will you repay my love with betrayal? As she tries to respond, her voice catches in her throat. I'm with Glory, Harrow. I would never hurt you, but this has to end tonight. The projection of Harrow's eyes. Betrayal it is then. Very well. The air all around him begins to pulse with scintillating bursts of color. His rippling, transparent form glows with heat from within. You've brought this upon yourselves. I have to kill him as well? Oh, we have to make sure we kill him as well, don't we? We kill him first, before we kill him. Okay, how do we do this? Can you blast him? Sure you can. And then I'm gonna... 97%. Well, he disappeared. I don't know if he died. So that's the real one, right? Oh, I didn't stim. Alright, adrenaline. Chop him. Is he still the real one? The fact that he moves first suggests to me that he is still the real one. And the other guys always miss. Right. I'm gonna kick him, see what happens. Yeah, no, he's still the real one. I like the idea that Glory is just having this hand-to-hand combat with this giant demon. And she's winning. Alright, let's go ahead and shoot this guy. Shoot this guy. I don't know if she needs to go into cover or not. Or get closer, let's just blast him. Alright, he does damage. They don't do damage. Is that right? Yeah, they don't do damage, they always miss. So he's the real one. I mean, the real one always goes first, that's a real giveaway. I can swipe them both. Oh, I chose the wrong thing. Weakened, the spirit's form flickers and sparks. The burning coals that cling to its body fall off in clumps, and its searing antlers begin to cool. The chorus of lilting voices wobbles and shrieks as its body transmogrifies into something else. Through the haze, you can see Harold's eyes go wide. At once, his rippling silhouette begins to fade back into the shadows whence it came. His body becomes insubstantial. So he didn't kill Harold. Go ahead and run, you fucking coward. Run back to the real world where whatever hole you crawled out of, and whatever hole you crawled out of, will catch you. Shadows in the shape of a man smile back at you. The distance in his voice has increased. It sounds like he is shouting from miles away. I don't think so. You don't even know where the real me is, Glory. Oh, don't worry, we'll find you. We're good at that sort of thing. The projection flashes you a condescending grin. Believe whatever you like, fool. It won't do you any good. Years from now, I'll still be doing what I do, and you will have accomplished nothing. We would have saved these people, Harold. Go ahead, Harold. Try to set up another cult. You won't get far before I hunt you down. The projection chuckles. The sound is thin and hollow. You know better than that, but nothing makes me happier than the sound of you lying to yourself. Goodbye, Glory. No, you're lying to yourself. The shadow slowly dissipates and Harold is gone. Yeah, he isn't worth the effort. We need to convince the adversary to turn on him. Glory continues staring for a long moment at the spot where the projection of Harold vanished. Her expression is unreadable. Slowly she turns away. And also, I don't think he can get as far without Marta's help. Doesn't Marta do a lot of the heavy lifting for him? The spirit's writhing form continues its transformation. Twisted claws buckle, break, and reform. Charred bone begins to heal. The bonfire stench of it slowly dies away, replaced by an array of more pleasant smells, oak and pine and mineral oil, rustic feasts and mulled wine. The heart of Feuerstelle. As it cools, the spirit raises its head. Its body is as shaky as a newborn fowl's. What has happened to us? What have we done? You did what the adversary wanted you to do. Use your imagination. But we couldn't have. Yes, you could. Yes, you could have. You don't get to run from this. You've committed unspeakable acts, Spirit. Loathsome, unforgivable crimes. You've corrupted children, turned them into killers. You've been a party to violence, torture, and the desecration of corpses. You've created monsters. The spirit cringes. We have defeated him with cringe. Shaking its great head from side to side, it doesn't speak, but a low rumbling sound emanates from somewhere deep in its chest. Destroyed by cringe! Unpleasant to think about, isn't it? But you have to, Spirit. You can't run from what you've done. Your actions are a part of you, whether you like it or not. Die from the cringe! The rumbling sound turns into a tormented howl. The noise conjures images of mourning mothers and caged animals, screeching orphans and dying men. It's a sound of pure, unmitigated despair. Glory takes a step forward, takes a step towards the giant creature. Listen to me, Spirit. I need your help. We are here to rescue the cultists of Feuerstelle, the street kids whose minds you've touched. We're getting them out of here before the adversary can do to them what it did to you. The spirit stares at Glory for a long moment. Finally, it dips its head in a nod. Yes, we will help you. I'll be damned, something's gone right for a change. There's no time like the present. Get to it. We have already done so. The cultists of Feuerstelle are themselves again. The spirit bows its head. We wish to do more. We have much to atone for, as you said. Can you kill Harrow? Just what do you hope to do? Make amends, heal the sick and the wounded, bring them the succor of hearth and home. But we can do nothing without your help. We are still bound to this shrine, anchored here. We cannot leave without your assistance. Tell us what you need us to do. We need an appropriate vessel to carry us out of the rock, something touched by magic, but more dead than alive. It dips its head. Do you have anything that can help us? Glory is more dead than alive, and she's touched by magic. Are you gonna... Is Glory gonna use magic? She only has what? She has very little essence left. Gingerly, she reaches up and wraps a hand around the protective ward that hangs around her neck. Yes, I think that I do. Say nothing. With a single motion, she snaps the chain. The pendant falls to the floor. The heart of Feuerstelle lowers its eyeless head, then traces an elaborate gesture into the air. A warm glow envelops it, and a similar glow spills from Glory. There's a bright flash, and the spirit is gone. Glory, are you okay? Slowly she rises. She looks you in the eye, a quizzical expression on her face. I can feel it, the spirit. It's bound to me now. Yeah, but you have no essence. How are you gonna... How's the essence gonna... How's the spirit gonna do anything? I've always wanted to bound spirit. So what does it mean for us? Can the spirit help us, just like I said? See for yourself. She raises an arm and you feel a burst of warmth and comfort in your chest. It wants to help people, to heal them. It wants redemption just like I do. Together, maybe we'll find it. Behind your eyes, your vision starts to twist. It feels as though you're being turned inside out. Time to go. With the spirits linked to the adversary severed, this entire reality is falling apart. Alright, see you in the real world, Glory. Yeah, she offers you a grateful smile. I see you there.